Hey lovelies, what is up? This is Classy M, and I'm here to answer a very, very, very important question that people have been wondering ever since these got announced. Is Zhongli good now with these buffs? And the answer should come as a resounding surprise to nobody, because the answer is depends on how you use them. Um, I'll give my quick background since I wasn't really making videos about the Zhongli whole incident or whatever the fuck that was happening. Um, I never thought Zhongli was bad. I actually wasn't using any shield characters before, so he was my first shielder, and I thought he kind of did the job that he was supposed to do and actually, kept me alive. But, to each their own. Um, I personally don't think that the buffs have kind of changed too much with him. If anything, the question for him should be whether or not these buffs make him good, because he was good before in his role. I know a lot of people think it was like, oh, Diona shields are better, oh, Shinyan, blah 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 blah. And they aren't really. It's just easier to justify putting HP scaling on your your like 4-star support units as opposed to your squeaky clean 5-star. And I think that was the biggest problem with Zhongli. People saw 5-star, people saw him like kicking ass, taking names in his trailer. And they wanted to do that, but for all of his different what is this? For all the different things he could do, you'd have to build him very carefully, I should say. You'd have to have very good substats on it, on all of the artifacts, and there's not too much you can do otherwise. Ignore the pitiful damage on my Zhongli. I'm still trying to figure out the best set for him, but as you see, when he has, these are slimes, so once he has a shield up, he does a lot more damage because of the geo resonance changes. I wouldn't say a lot, but decently more. It also helps that I have the Crescent Pike on him. So, what has made him better? I honestly think what they have done to Zhongli now has made him... There we go, party setup. Has made it very clear which sets you are supposed to run on him, depending on what you want him to be. I want Zhongli to be a support character. I want him to have good shields. I want him to be able to hit hard on his ult. And then there are some times where I want him to do big dick damage because he's beautiful and I love him and he's amazing. And so you have to build him two different ways with that in mind. The same way you would like build Diona differently if you want her shields or you want her healing. Kind of. Like you put healing bonus on her instead of like, I don't know, a more HP percent thing. And that's kind of how Zhongli is, except it changes the artifact set on him. I think that the best set, they have made Zhongli's best set Archaic Petra now. Because it seems, I'd have to do more testing, it seems like the Geo Resonance bonus and the Archaic Petra bonus of 15% extra damage, 15% extra damage when you're shielded, and the 35% extra damage when shielded stacks. That's what it seems like to me. I don't have a full Archaic Petra set built for him yet. I'll probably do like a follow-up video in like a couple of weeks because I don't have the Primo Gems to just have a whole ass set built for him. I'm still grinding those today, but it looks like it stacks, which is incredible, especially since this resonance also gives a 20% geo res shred after doing damage, which works with his steals, it works with his ult, it works with the resonance from I have Geo Traveler, I don't have Ningguang built, and I don't have an Albedo, so I can't test what the resonance is doing off of their shit. So it's just great. Zhongli's definitely gotten a lot stronger. My recommendations for him right now are definitely have him on a goodness gracious, my controller is acting up. Definitely have him on a double Geo team. I don't really care who you're gonna have him with, but I have the Geo Traveler, so that's what I'm using. Ignore Zhao on this team. He's here because I'm testing him because he's beautiful. A healer, of course, and artifacts wise, like I said, um, I don't have the Archaic Petra built. I'm trying to find some good ones. This might work on him, but we'll see. Definitely try to make sure he has geo damage bonus for his ult, for his steel resonance, because that's where a lot of his ticking damage is going to continuously come from. Uh, I have an HP percent thing, this specifically because it has crit damage. Um, of course, like any character, you're going to want crit damage and crit rate. I don't think it's important enough to build him with one as a main stat unless you have a whole bunch of HP percent substats. I don't, surprisingly enough. I have a lot of flat HP or flat stats. And then energy recharge shouldn't be as big of a problem if you're running him in a duo Geo team. It shouldn't be that big of a problem, but 150% energy recharge isn't a big deal. Otherwise, if you want him as actually main DPS, you're not going to swap out for anyone except just to use their skills or maybe get him some more energy particles. I mean, a 4-piece gladiator set will never hurt anyone's main DPS ever. I don't think anyone's ever going to argue that besides the time it will take to grind one out. And maybe a physical damage bonus cup. I don't know. If you're not gonna do like a 2-piece bloodstain bloodstain set, because at that point you might start seeing diminishing returns, especially if you're only using Crescent Pike and you don't have like some other 5-star weapon. If you're just using him to get his ult, the Favonius Lance have more energy recharge. You don't have to worry about that substat because I wouldn't say it's hard to get, but relying on getting any substats is like up in the air. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Archaic Petra is probably it's 40%. I thought it was 40%, so it's like 55% extra attack damage just for being under a shield, and that's what I'm going for. I don't know what anyone else is using. I don't really fucking care. Enjoy your Zhonglis if you have them, lovelies, and if you don't, if you didn't want him at his best, you don't. I mean, if you didn't want him at his worst, you don't deserve him at his best. Sorry, wait a couple months. People like me will be going tee hee hee all the way until the next banner when we'll hopefully get some more constellations on him because his constellations are fucking disgusting. Anyway, see y'all later. Bye.